Alright guys, so here we are for the big one, the Monaco Grand Prix for Pro Season Mode, episode number 6. If you haven't seen the previous episode, I recommend you go check out that episode right now because it was a really good race for us in Spain. So here we are in qualifying 1, we've skipped out practice and we're jumping straight into qualifying. Basically, the setup that we're running with today is 11-7 wings, so we're pretty much going for maximum downforce in order to get into the lead, get into pole position for the Monaco Grand Prix, because qualifying is essentially everything around this track. So here we go, building up to our first run, our first lap in Q1, and we go P1 at the end of the session on a set of primes. I was actually pretty confident in my pace, so going first on a set of primes was actually really surprising considering everyone else was on options. So with that kind of competitiveness, it's almost no surprise that we were able to make it to Q3. So here we are, very end of the session now, going through the Novel chicane, hit the apex very nicely there. If you're wondering, this first part of the video isn't a live comm, and that's because something went wrong with my recording, not only on the video, but also with the audio. I don't know what it was, so I've had to re-record this in a post-comm, but the race after about lap 5, it will be live comm, as you guys are pretty much used to. But coming through the final couple corners, we actually missed the apex of Raskas by a mile there, but I think we've actually made it up through the rest of the track to go pole position for the Monaco Grand Prix. Right at the end of the session, we've cleared Lewis Hamilton by 5/10. Daniel Ricciardo starting at P7. So it's been a really good effort here in Monaco. Once again, the expectation is there for us to win the race, and I can't wait to see how we go. Let's go. So here we are, lads, on the grid of Monaco, starting from a very familiar first place. We need to make the most of this race because we just don't know how many races we're going to win in this championship. Oh, nerves, they're building. We do need a good start here. 4, now 5 red lights, and away we go for the Monaco Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton starting on the outside there, gets a better start and he moves into the lead. That's not what we wanted at the start of this race. It's going to be very hard to overtake, especially since we do have a straight line speed deficit, compounded by the fact that we also have much higher front wings and rear wings, so it's going to make making overtakes that much harder. But looks like we're very racy on Hamilton here, going almost around the outside, switching to the inside for Mirabeau, and we almost squeeze Hamilton into the wall there, and now it's side by side on this first lap, right around the outside through the Lowe's hairpin. Hamilton throws up the hand in frustration. We're still going side by side through here. I think now we do. We finally take the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix, and someone has spun out behind us. I'm not too sure what happened there. We'll need to have a look at the replay. Was it Hamilton or was it someone else behind? Hamilton runs wide there, puts himself in the wall, and then he gets tagged by his teammate, spins around, and creates an almighty pile-up for the cars behind. You can see it's actually affected the midfield more than what it has the leaders and everyone else around him. So, wow, what a start to the Monaco Grand Prix. I need to have a look at this. This goes all the way back to the start here. It wasn't the best of starts. Hamilton takes the lead right from the get-go. From the get-go, we were essentially on the back foot here. So, heading up the hill for the first time, we're in the slipstream of Hamilton. And for whatever reason, we were actually really quick through the opening sequence of corners. You can see we're all over Hamilton. He's just, I don't know, maybe cold tires is catching him out here, but up the inside into Mirabeau, I really like that move, and Hamilton was squeezed right up against the wall. This is really, really good racing here on the first lap of this race. Almost getting squeezed up against the wall there, and now this is where the incident happens. On board with Hamilton, he just puts himself in the wall. There was plenty of room for him to get through, and then it's just caused a domino effect for everyone behind. I think it was Raikkonen who moves into P2. He managed to avoid Hamilton, but unfortunately I think Vettel actually lost out there. So as you can see, the AI cars sort of glitching out there, moving their wheel from side to side, and actually a few cars got disqualified, including that I think it was a Force India, I think it was Grosjean as well. So a lot of cars getting caught out there, but that's the end of the opening sequence of this race. The rest of it now will be live comm, so let's get on with the rest of the race. Finding it very hard to... Oh, that was close to the wall there. Finding it hard to spot the apex for the final corner there. I just miss the turn-in point because the mirror's in the way. Are you joking me? This isn't even lap 10 and we're already lapping cars. McLaren hot. Oh, I don't know if he lost his front wing or not, but now the Manor has put me in the wall. We've been taken out by a lap car. Who let someone through on the inside of the most tight corner on the entire calendar? We've now got a puncture, lost our front wing. We've got to come into the pits at the end of this lap anyway. I don't freaking believe it. We got the gap out to Rosberg. It was, I don't know, it was something like 10 seconds. It was pretty damn close to that. Now we're going on to a set of primes. And this is probably going to be a two-stop race now. Unbelievable. I'm just looking through the replays just randomly while I'm in the pits, and you can see that's a Mercedes behind me. Can't tell which one. Rosberg has come in as well. So the two leaders have come in. What has happened to everyone else though? I think we've dropped down to about P6 or something. Hamilton moves into third, or the podium. That's a Williams in second. No, I don't know what the order is. I think the two Ferraris now lead. That's exactly what you want. The two Ferraris, who are pretty much leading the championship now, are now leading this race. Oh boy. We've got a lot of work to do now. We've got to do a lot of overtakes to get back into the lead and to win the Monaco Grand Prix. Oh, Roberto Merri, what have you done? I don't know, what else could I have really done, to be honest? He was parking it on the apex. He was trying to let me through. It was the worst possible place to let someone through. And what can you do? You either get blocked and lose like 2 or 3 seconds, or you risk it, go around the outside. Normally you wouldn't think it's a risk, but I don't know. I think he's possibly hit the inside wall or something and rebounded into my path and sent me into the wall, but I don't know. I'll have to have another look at the... There is no replay, there's only the raw gameplay to show, so I'll possibly show that again, but yeah, what can you do? Monaco always throws up some surprises. Here we go, another... This is 2 laps in a row going side by side with the Manor. This time, we survive.
Hamilton ahead. The gap is 15 seconds plus. We're 5 seconds slower. We need to do something here.
My Thrustmaster wheel feels like it's a little bit loose. It actually feels like it's about to come off. That's exactly what you want at a street circuit. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. It was actually the wheel face of my wheel, not the base itself. The wheel face that you screw on. It's because of the constant turning I was doing and all the vibrations from the curbs. I think it was actually loosening. Oh, that's a terrible final corner there. If it would have gone on any longer, I think it would have actually popped off in the next lap or two.
Hamilton ahead. 13 seconds separate you. You're gaining by a full second per lap. Good job.
Oh. You know that awkward moment when you turn in a little bit too early and you think, oh, for sure I'm going to hit this wall, and then you miss? Yeah, I just had that. I mean, there are so many countless close calls that I have with walls during a career mode race at Monaco. Just most of the time they just get edited out because we just managed to survive. This place in this pro season mode is literally the ultimate challenge. It does not get any harder than this. Oh, unless it starts raining, then we've got a challenge on our hands, but thankfully the weather has stayed away today. Another Manor. This one is probably Merri, who's been making contact with cars all day today. I checked the race director. He made contact with Vettel. Not Vettel, Verstappen. Just a few laps ago, literally. But let's see if we can get up. Come on, he's going so slowly. I think he has a problem. Yeah, he's got another problem. He just got lapped by me. We're catching up to some more lap cars. This is going to be fun to see exactly where they let me through. Probably in the most awkward position possible. We'll stay on board here. Which way are we going to go? We'll go to the outside through Rascasse. And he has hit the wall. I heard him hit the wall. We get clean around the outside. And yeah, okay, we got him. Always so nervous when I'm trying to unlap or lap cars who are much slower. Next up is Hamilton. He's about 6 or 7 seconds up the road, possibly less. I think he's the car in front of Jensen here. We've been catching him by a second and a half per lap because we've got much fresher tyres. So, brand new tyres definitely make a big difference around here at Monaco. We may get another move done. Jensen. We've got him. Always that shadow of a doubt sometimes in the middle of the corner. You don't know if he's completely given up the position or if he's like still on the inside there. You just got to leave room anyway, just in case. Oh, yellow flags are absolutely everywhere. What's happened up in front? Oh, Williams. Williams! Oh, are you serious? Oh, and yeah, McLaren Honda has taken absolutely no due care there and smashed into him. What? Jensen, do you know what? You've been racing for 50 years. Do you not know what a yellow flag is? This is us following through. We slow down to an absolute stop. And then the McLaren Honda, bang! So slowing it down, there's no reason to slow it down because Jensen doesn't do that himself. Smacks him out of the way like a bulldozer. And yep, that's the end of that Williams car's day. I don't know which one it was, but up in front, I also noticed when I was scrolling through the POVs of lots of cars that Carlos Sainz is also in the wars here. I think he's got a puncture or something. Yeah, so this is Carlos Sainz. I think he was the one that tangled up with Bottas, or whoever it was. I'm pretty sure it was Bottas. And yeah, he's definitely got some kind of a problem. So he's the root of the cause that causes all of the mayhem back there. So we are going to continue on. We still need to clear the Ailing Williams and Jensen Button, who has obviously lost his front wing. So we move up into P5. Next up is Lewis Hamilton and then the other Williams. Jensen pull into the pits. Thank you very much. And let's continue on as we were. Oh, hello, Rosberg. So in all this, we had to slow down to an absolute stop. We lost about 5 seconds there to Rosberg. All that margin that we had over him before we made the pit stops is now gone. And Rosberg behind me is now gone too. Oh, that's why Rosberg is gone. He's lost his front wing too. Oh boy, this Monaco Grand Prix, it's got contact, it's got everything. So around the outside goes Rosberg into the final corner, and he has just misjudged that. He thought the wall was actually going to be a little bit further to the left, and he squeezed himself out, and then that's completely screwed up his run into turn 1, loses his front wing, and his race for the win is now well and truly over now. I just can't believe that Jensen just completely smashed through Valtteri Bottas at that part of the track. I mean, I was at a complete stop, and Jensen, yeah, you've seen what happened. It's unbelievable that the AI would do something like that. Anyway, if that's anything to go by, then this race is definitely not over, not by a long shot. Anything could happen to the cars in front with lap cars getting involved. As I say that, I see a bit of debris and bodywork on the exit of the casino section. Green and yellow flags. What's happened here? Oh, don't tell me it's Hamilton in front. About 2 laps ago, yep, oh, Hamilton's got a puncture. Oh boy. Is it Hamilton or is it Rosberg? Because Rosberg lost his front wing recently. That actually looked like Rosberg. I'll have to check on with the engineer in just a sec, see who the car in front is. I believe it's Hamilton. Yeah.
13 seconds separate you, regaining around 0.2 per lap.
This race has just been absolutely mental. Like, it's... we had our own set of circumstances happen in the first lap, and then we had our own crash with Mary, and now we're avoiding all these crashes with lap cars, and now, you know, it's just all these little hurdles we're having to get around while trying to catch the cars in front. We did almost catch Hamilton in front, and then Jensen Button lost his marbles. Force India going slowly. No, it's a McLaren Honda. And another Mercedes! Oh, which McLaren Honda is this? Is this Rosberg? Has he literally taken, like, the whole lap to get round 2? Oh, who is that? Oh, it's Hamilton. What is going on with this race? I mean, guys, have you ever seen a Monaco Grand Prix as hectic as this? Normally, I just lead from the front and win. But today has been something else. Hamilton now moves into the wall, loses front wing, and he's going to be back into the pits very shortly. And all this, we've actually moved into the podium positions now. Incredible. More yellow flags. Oh, and a manner, of course. I'm speechless. I am absolutely speechless.
P3, you're currently in P3. Metal is ahead of you. Around 20 plus seconds separate you. You're closing by 4 tenths per lap. Maldonado is behind you. The gap is around half a minute.
At this point, it would not surprise me if we just came back and won this race by about 2 laps, because literally nothing else. I'm not surprised by anything anymore. Codemasters, bring it on. I hear cars in the pits. Cars are in the pits. I also heard a lot of cars on the start-finish straight there, so it could just be lap cars. I'll have to wait and see. Is it a Ferrari? As we come up to the line, there is a Ferrari right there. Which one is it though? It doesn't matter which one it is. We just need to get in front of them and hold them up. This is crucial. We've got in front of one of the Ferraris, and now we can park the bus. Possibly. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll park the bus after the second Ferrari comes in. And we'll see how... Oh, I don't know. We still need to push because we need to make another pit stop. We are not going to the end of the race on this set of tyres. There's still another 40-odd laps to go. Hey, Sauber, would you mind jumping out of the way, please? The fact that we've rejoined in front of one of the Ferraris is absolutely huge. It means we are in the game. We're possibly within striking distance of actually chasing them down after we make our next pit stop, because the option tyres are so much faster than the primes, and there's still such a very long way to go in this race. This race, I think I've said this before, but it's not over by a long shot. We are definitely in with a chance to win the Monaco Grand Prix. Mate. Please be a mate and let me through. This isn't a racetrack. This is literally a destruction derby event. That's what this race has become now. Every lap, I see new bits of carbon fiber. I don't know how these teams are still able to supply their cars with new bits, because it's crazy. There goes a Williams. Did we? No? Okay, Raikkonen. I don't know if he's come in yet. If he has, then he's rejoined in front of us. So Raikkonen probably with a very sizable lead so far in this race. Okay, so Raikkonen has stopped, and we're only 2 tenths slower than him on brand new tyres. He's on brand new tyres. I'm on pretty worn prime tyres at the moment. So a switch to options is definitely needed, and we're going to need it soon because Raikkonen is slowly getting away. Oh, lots of lap cars. That's going to be interesting for Raikkonen to get through. This could present a little opportunity here for... Yep, someone's lost their wing. Shock. Who is... Yeah, it's a Manor. Another front wing bites the dust. Can you get out of the way, please? I don't know about you. You're not racing anyone. You're just going for a chilled Sunday drive. But me, I'm actually trying to race people. Do you know what that is? Manor? No? Okay. Didn't think so. Unbelievable. Oh, almost oversteered into the barrier there. It's exactly what you want. Some more lap cars, more carnage. Oh, is that Kimi? Oh, yes it is. Oh, we were actually catching him as well in the last few laps, which is really disappointing because nothing had really happened to us at that stage. So let's see what happened with Raikkonen. Of course, there is a lap car involved. He goes up the inside. Oh, he tags the barrier. So that was driver error there from Kimi. This is so easy to do this year. The side pods, for whatever reason, they seem so much bigger. Kimi just turns in that fraction too early and tags the left rear tyre into the wall. Spins him round the wrong way. And that is a very, very embarrassing way to give up the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix. There are not many races that have actually topped this in terms of carnage and destruction. One race that springs to mind is the day-night race, or the night race I did in the HRT Cucumber Challenge I did on F1 2013, where I was the only person to finish. This one here is a very close second. Like, this is pretty much the ultimate race of survival. It's been that bad for incidents. If we just finish this race, and I think we could just well win this race. That's literally it. So many cars. I think every single car has been involved in some kind of crash, some kind of incident, or some kind of form of bad luck. It's unbelievable. This is This is Monaco. The race for the lead, though, isn't completely over just yet, because we still need to make that pit stop, and that incident with Raikkonen has definitely made things easier. So into the pits now. We've got about 30 laps left to go now, and we're going to put on the super soft tyre. About an advantage of 1.5 seconds, maybe even 2 seconds over some of the leaders here at Monaco. So not too sure where we're going to rejoin. It's probably going to be P2 at the moment, but we do have a massive advantage now with fresh tyres on our side. Oh, are you serious? Are you actually serious? Oh my... Hey, come on, come on. Oh my god. Again, I'm speechless. It's like a disaster movie. It's like 2012. The scene where the guy in the limo is driving through the city and it's all falling apart around him. That is me right now. Now, if I have a penalty, if Codemasters have given me a penalty for crossing the white line, I'm going to lose it. Thank you. Some common sense. The faith in humanity, faith in Codemasters has been restored. Very, very slightly. Oh, here is a big choo-choo train. Vettel is the one at the trail of the train, and he already makes a mistake into... He's hit the wall 2 corners in a row. Just he can't handle the attackers. Can't handle attackers of getting lapped by a Red Bull. Getting lapped by your old team, and that Williams almost turned into the path of me because he hit the wall too. AI today just can't drive when someone is behind them. This is why all the incidents are happening, because these lap cars are doing such stupid things, like parking it on the middle of the apex or hitting a wall and running into the path of the car that's lapping them. That's how all these incidents are occurring, and it's just completely blown open this race in terms of incidents, crashes, people getting disqualified. Even Grosjean there, it was the tunnel, it's not even a real corner, and still he's had to scrape the wall, almost crash just to let me through. I think Raikkonen is literally going to DNF when he comes up to the back of that train. I mean, there's no way he's going to survive, what, 6 cars surrendering to him at one of the high-speed corners around this track? There's just no way. Raikkonen, he's as good as gone. That was nice. That was actually really nice. We slotted in behind, I think it was Hulkenberg there, and we've got a double. That was actually really nice. Who cares if they were lap cars and they let me through? That was actually very rewarding. Oh, very close for Alonso there, but we get another 2 lap cars out of the way. Only about 5 laps left to go now.
Raikkonen is behind you. Around 50 plus separates you. 50 plus. This is your final lap of the race.
I cannot believe what I have witnessed today in this race. Absolutely everything has been thrown at us, but at the end of it, we're going to come through on top. Final corner now, and this is going to be our 2nd race win in a row. Spain, now Monaco, and dare I say it, we're in with a real shot of winning this championship now.
It's been a good day's racing, but it's been an exceptional day for Daniel Kvyat, who's taken home the win.
I can't believe what has just happened in this 90-minute, 100-minute race. It's been incredible. We started first, we got out a lead, we tangled with Roberto Merri, lost our front wing, had an early pit stop, had to find our way back through the field, and what happened after that was just incredible. Even before that, we had on the 1st or 2nd lap, such a long time ago, it was almost like a lifetime ago, we had that almighty pile-up on the 1st or 2nd lap, whatever it was, which saw a few cars disqualified. As you can see, Grosjean, Perez, and Ericsson. Yeah, after I made my first pit stop, just all the mistakes started to come from all the AI who were getting lapped by other cars, and they just tangled. They couldn't stay away from each other, and we just picked up a few positions here and there along the way. We made some awesome overtakes. We showed we had a lot of pace. Our best lap, 1 minute 15.7. The best of the rest would be Lewis Hamilton, a 16.1. So that's not too bad from Lewis. They did show that they did have pace, but they just didn't have the consistency, and that's ultimately what's killed them today. So that's been this race for today. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Definitely not a traditional Monaco career mode video where we start first and normally stay there until the end. This one has definitely been a monumental race on many fronts. In terms of the driver standings, we move up into P3 now. Only 21 points behind Kimi Räikkönen, who still finished second in this race despite everything that happened. So Kimi has been very consistent. That's been the key word for Räikkönen so far this season, and that's why he's still in first place. The consistency is definitely there. Lewis Hamilton still in second place, 16 points off the lead there in second place. Rosberg drops a place after we won the Monaco Grand Prix. The constructors' standings, haven't really talked about that too much so far this season, but Red Bull, we're in third place, 33 points behind Mercedes. Ferrari closing in with 3 points behind there. So, yeah, once again, another memorable Monaco Grand Prix for Pro Season Mode. This has been the ultimate challenge. 100% race, no assists, cockpit cam, and just, I don't know. Smash the like button once again if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys for my brand new video very soon.